Right, welcome back to another Beard Invades. We're in the new workshop again. We're in here because I'm really comfortable in here now. But anyway, so this week we've got someone new to the community. His name is Ian. Let's get him on screen. And his YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and all that is Essential Handyman. Welcome, Ian, to an invasion.
What's up?
Thanks for allowing us into your world and to pick your brains a little bit. So you've seen a couple of these, haven't you?
Yeah.
And you know what to expect.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I got a shout out Wiz a few weeks ago. Thank you, Wiz, for shouting me out. Yeah. But I've never seen it before, so this was a new concept to me. Had a look at Wizzy's request, and started looking at some of the people that I've seen before. I thought I love this concept, so I've subscribed and I've watched a whole handful of them now.
It's great, and I'm really nosy. I love to see in other people's workshops, and so does everybody in the chat, really. And what I say, and what I say to people usually is. There's a lot of talented makers in the chat right now, which we'll give a load of shout outs in a minute. We'll just, I'll let you know everyone that's in. But people see things that makers make in their workshop and they think, oh, could I do that? And then, they can see that you've got the basic of tools. You haven't got no special tools to do certain jobs. I mean, you might, but, if they can see that, well, hang on, I've got that tool. I've got that, and and then it's more believable that they can actually have a go themselves. But I think that's why people like to watch these. Plus, they get loads of ideas for their own workshops.
Yeah, I hope.
Okay, what we'll do is we'll start off. We'll see who's in the chat. Just remember, guys, please share this out. Let's get loads of people in. There's only 20 people in tonight. I wonder what's going on. Share this out. Let's get some people out. So as usual, at the very top of the list, we got Wood Wizardry by Colin, Wood Turning by Barry, Gerard, the French Turner, Douglas Mungdom, Di Prout. Hope you're feeling better, Di. I'm in there as well. Peter Corcoran, Barry Chitty, Wayne the Wood Turner, the Blue Light Turners Workshop. Who else we got in? Lawrence is in. Andy H is for turning. Dan, the Sidings Workshop. Welcome, Dan. Circular Wood by Keith. Oh, there's a few more people turning up now, which is nice. Hodgepodge is in. Richard Flallan's in. That's it. And BB Turning is in too. Anyway, thanks, guys. Please share this out. Let's get Ian a few more subscribers. And don't forget, please head over, give Ian your support. That's only if you like what he does, by the way. If you don't like what he does, then
this may be a disappointment to the wood turning community because I don't do any wood turning.
No. There's a lot more than wood turners in there. There's hundreds of years of experience right in that chat there. Right then, okay. Let's get a little bit. Let's get to know you a little bit. So, outside of YouTube, what do you do for a living?
I'm a building surveyor. So I used to be on site. I used to work as a builder, and then I've told this story a few times. It was like middle of November. I'm up to my knees in snow, digging a trench. I'm looking around the site. Everyone's complaining of bad necks, bad backs and elbows. I thought, bugger this is not for me. So I went back to university and did building surveying, and that was about 25 years ago, something like that. Finished. So you're So what's that? Is that like making sure everything's to code, health and safety, and all that sort of thing? So party wall to walls, you can do those. When you buy a house, you have a pre-purchase building survey, damp surveys. Why have I got mold and damp everywhere? why is there cracks in my house? If people want plans drawn up on CAD for extensions, loft conversions, I do building control, planning applications, stuff like that.
Ah, right. Oh, it sounds an interesting job. A lot better than being freezing your nuts off on a building site in the winter. Up a scaffold. I used to install guttering. Yeah, I used to install guttering, and you're up there in the winter on scaffolding, and the water is coming off the roof. There's no gutter, so it's going straight down your arms. We used to tape our arms up with gaffer tape. You know what I mean? So anyway, right. So in the chat, guys, if you've got any questions at all for Ian, chuck them in there. Put a big couple of capital Q's in there so they stick out for me, because you know what I'm like, I will miss them. Right then, let's have a little look at your channel. Why am I bashing the buttons so vigorously? Anyway, there we go. So Essential Handyman. Why Essential Handyman? Why did you call your name, your channel that?
Well, originally I was called Home Workshop Projects, but I've got a son of 14 and my daughter of 12, and I started it just as as lockdown started. I was in the middle of a 6 to 8 week bout of COVID, which knocked me sideways.
Oh,
and
right.
As I got over that, I got really bored. I thought I'm going to start something, and I enjoy I watch more YouTube than I do television, so I thought I'm going to start a channel. I call myself Home Workshop Projects, just doing little workshops from home. But my daughter said, I can search for you, Dad, but there's millions and millions of titles. I couldn't see you, because everyone puts as a tag or a hashtag, Home Workshop Projects. So she could never find anything. So I was like, I've got to change that. I thought of another name.
Yeah.
One of the channels that I really like is Essential Craftsman, who's an old guy in America, and he's just such a good old boy teaching you things. He does blacksmithing, welding, carpentry, framing, everything. And I thought to myself, well, my channel's basically going to be more sort of handyman stuff. So I thought, I like the idea of Essential Craftsman. I'm going to call myself Essential Handyman. So I sort of nabbed the title, half of the title from him.
Brilliant. Your channel is heavily leaning towards reviews. Is that something that you enjoy most? I mean, because there's quite a few of unboxings and reviews.
I didn't have any tools. Well, my dad's a builder. I used to work with my dad, and he just finished a job. He cleared off his whole job, and he was going to Wickes in Edmonton, in North London, to get some materials for his next job. He come out, and the van was gone. Everyone, I don't know who, nicked his van and all of his tools. And I wasn't working on site. I was back at university then. So I said to him, you know what, Dad, I have all my tools. He says, there's a little bit of a start. So I gave him all my tools. So, when I started doing this, I'm like, oh, bloody hell, I need to buy some more tools. So the reason there's so many unboxing videos, because I had to buy so many bloody tools.
Yeah.
On a budget.
Definitely. But then again, I mean, I love unboxing videos as long as they're, it's an honest unboxing and review. I mean, sometimes people don't do the reviews, but if they're honest, as soon as if there's nothing wrong with it at all, or they cannot find anything, I question.
When I buy a tool, I generally go on YouTube rather than go anywhere else to get my reviews. And a lot of the things I've unboxed is because I've looked on YouTube. There's not been any reviews on it, so I thought myself, well, someone's going to do it, so I might as well.
Yeah. Brilliant. Like I say, as long as they're honest, and it's warts and all, brilliant. We got a few more people turn up in the chat. An Irish woodworker's diary, Sneaks Wall Art. Welcome, guys. So, shall we have a little tour of your shop?
Can do. Bear with me. I'm a technophobe, so I've got to try and get this camera turned around. I know you should be able to do it. Let me see if I can turn this around.
Anyone that knows me or they've been invaded, this is why we do a screen test a few days before. Oh, you've gone black. Tommy's Workshop's in. Welcome. Jay's Cabin and David Woodturner. Yes, yeah, that's great.
So my workshop's small. It's a 12 by 8. It's just a bit bigger than a shed, really. But I have outside. I have a load of pallets set up, and I call it my outside workbench. So just in this corner, I've got a load of clamps and things. I've got in the corner over there. You can see a scroll saw. Just some basic tools. A lot of this stuff here is just a load of old tools that I need to refurbish. Stuff that I'm doing, just some more clamps and bits and pieces. And this is my main work sort of bench here with some tools on it. Underneath is where I keep a lot of my power tools out of the way of prying items, for anyone who might want to break it and nick stuff. Got some wood, etc. underneath there, soft woods and boards there. And this is all hardwoods under there. So I've got enough wood to do some projects.
Yeah.
I've got a pillar drill there. On like a rolling base, and I've got a bobbin and spindle sander there on a rolling base, and I've got a thicknesser there on a rolling base, and there's all stuff behind on the shelves, like we've got decorating stuff, and then we've got some carpentry and plumbing stuff behind there, electrical stuff behind this stuff. But whenever I need anything, I've got Rob Peter to play pool. I've got stuff around to get to it. So it's a
definitely.
Small workshop, but then it's I'm not I don't really do things like furniture making or anything like that. So it does for me.
So do you I mean, I'll let you turn that around and concentrate for a second.
Camera back. There we are, I'm back.
We've got a question from Dan, the Sidings Workshop. He said, "How's the pillar drill?"
I like it. It's got a few bits and pieces. I did a review on it. I've used it a few times since. That the handle on it wasn't very good because it's a circular handle rather than normal one. You've got 3 arms coming off the balls on the end. So what I did, I can turn it around. You might be able to see it. I put a lorry driver's handle on it, so make it a lot easier.
Oh yeah,
and that's made life a bit easier. But I haven't used it a huge amount. But when I have used it, it gives you more accuracy than holding a normal drill.
See, I've seen those drills, and I mean that's the first type of drill that I've seen with a wheel. And surely it's awkward. I mean, having a wheel, because I mean normal pillar drill, you've got 3 arms, having that you can literally pull down and put some pressure on.
I've got to turn it with your thumb almost, and it is really awkward. That's why I put that lorry driver's handle on it. Yeah. But now I'm not the answer either, because when you sort of deflect the drill a little bit when you're turning it. So maybe I've got a different solution. Yeah.
What did I just say? Frank Williams. You need more clamps, Ian.
No one's ever said enough, have they?
So, I mean, when we were doing our the screen test the other night, you showed me all the room outside, and I noticed some of your main machinery there, your tools are on wheels. Do you wheel them outside for more space? Is that what you do?
No, not really, because I've got a great big 2-inch threshold at the bottom of the door. So it's
okay.
Underneath all the machinery, I've got drawers and it's all full up of different tools, so it's quite heavy.
Yeah.
I tend to move stuff out there, like I've got some workmates, which I'll just put some 2x2s across and then put an 8x4 sheet down, and that's my outside. As long as it ain't raining, I can work out there. And I've got other pallets I work for. So most of the small stuff and machinery stuff I do in here, but I don't have a table saw, which is the main thing I need to get. And that certainly wouldn't fit in there. It's too small.
No, you'd have to use that outside. Yeah. Remember, guys, if you like what you see from Ian, he's a decent chap. head over, give him your subscription. Let's get him a few more subscriptions tonight. Okay, so why YouTube? What made you decide to fall down this money pit called YouTube?
It was boredom, really. It was, as I say, I just got over the COVID, and I'd been furloughed, and I was working for a company, and in the middle of the pandemic, there was no one letting anyone in their house, especially not surveyors. So I wasn't working. So I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll waste every single penny I've got on tools.
Yeah.
So I thought myself, I just started because I was getting bored, and I used to potter around in the workshop. But I thought, no, I'm going to start doing some bits and pieces, and also teach the kids how to do a few bits as well. Because too many kids, too many adults these days don't know what they're doing. The amount of times I've been called around to help someone put up a picture frame or a shelf or something. You think, what do you mean your husband can't do this? So So, boredom. So the way to spend a bit of the time away. And what man doesn't like a workshop and buying tools and gadgets?
Yeah. And you're not right. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. If you don't like tools and gadgets, then you're not right. There's something wrong. Okay, so we've got the Zombie Wood Turner in, we've got Sneaks Wall Art in, and Rob C. Baz from Real Simple Things is coming. Jiggy's Shed. There'll be an announcement about Jiggy's Shed in a bit anyway. Who else did I see? Sorry?
Getting Jiggy with it.
Yeah. Okay, so inspirations. Is there anyone, I know you touched on one guy earlier on, but is there anyone else that kind of influences you and inspires you to do what you do?
You know what? In terms of why did I want to start a channel, apart from boredom, it was that guy on Essential Craftsman who was really good, and everyone should pop over and just check his stuff out. He does some really good stuff. But other YouTubers, I mean, there's plenty of other YouTubers I've watched that are absolutely nothing to do with making or woodwork or anything like that. And there's one channel I like watching. It's called Deer Meat for Dinner, and it's an American guy. All it does is go out and fish, crab, and stuff like that. And it's fascinating.
I'm subscribed already.
To Robert Arrington.
No, that last one, Deer Meat for Dinner.
Yeah, do you subscribe?
Yeah.
And he's got a brother.
I don't know his name.
He's got a brother called Blue Gate, and now got a channel. But you watch their videos and you're like, oh, what a great life they lead. Now, I'm under no illusions. I'm not going to get 2 million subscribers and start buying boats and start crabbing in Florida. But he just looked so happy all the time. And I thought to myself, not that I'm not happy, but I thought to myself, he's enjoying his life. Why don't I quite fancy recording a few videos. Yeah.
It's brilliant.
And also, there's so many people out there that don't know what they're doing or anything. And, I mean, I am a lazy bugger by nature. I really am. And I think every company should employ a lazy person, because a lazy person finds an easy way of doing things. Now, I've done a couple of videos on how to carry sheet goods. Yeah. Too many people don't know, they haven't got any common sense, and they just struggle with things. Whereas I'm such a lazy sod, I look at something and I think, God, that looks like hard work. I'm not doing it that way. How can I do this easier? And I've come up with ways to do it easier, quicker, and with less aggravation. Like, for example, I hate bending down and picking shit up. So the other day, a few months back, I made my own magnet on a stick. And I just did a video and said, do that, because I can't be asked to bend down. So I pick things up and stand up.
Brilliant.
But that's what my video is about. It's about making people's life easier. Yeah,
excellent. I love it. So as the Zombie Wood Turner said, if someone has to ask someone, let's put it on screen because I haven't got my glasses on. Let's have a look. All right. So it says, if someone has to ask someone why they have so many hammers, then they already don't understand. That's great. I love it. Anyway, so that kind of threw me then. Maker Central. Are we going to see you at Maker Central? Yeah?
I'm hoping
for both days?
Yeah, I'm hoping to go. But again, it goes back to being a lazy sod. typically I would leave it till the day before I buy my tickets because I'm just a lazy bit. But I know that it might be sold out or they might have less people available. So I think I better buy my tickets a bit early because they might be sold out. And I really want to go. It looked great. I've seen videos from 2 years ago and it looked great.
I mean, there is talk at the moment of a lot of the stands pulling out, but they are being replaced. So if anyone is thinking of not going because of there's people pulling out because of COVID, then don't think that there's not going to be anything to see. Just keep going. Stace Makes is in. TJ Turning is in. I did see someone else. I can't. Yeah. Anyway. So, what's the worst tool in your workshop?
What's my worst tool?
Yeah.
My dustpan and brush, because it involves me bending over to use it.
Fair play. Okay.
And my best tool is my long-handled broom.
And that's your best tool? God.
No, what's my,
okay.
My worst, my worst tool? Do you know what? I don't think I have one particularly because I'm not really a tool collector. You know, some people just have hundreds of tools. I don't really buy anything that I don't use. And there's a load of tools that I do need, which I haven't got, but there's not many tools that I've got that I don't need. Right.
Okay.
The most underused tool I've got is definitely my scroll saw, and I need to start using that more. I think if there's any experts out there, please get in contact with me because I'm pretty sure I'm not doing the tension right on my scroll saw. I'm useless at it.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I was going to do a video on the setting up a bandsaw, but it would be good for someone like Dale at Maple Tree. You know, he's I don't know if have you ever seen Dale?
No.
Maple Tree Studios. Check out Maple Tree Studios or get in touch with him, and he will give you any advice that you need as far as scroll sawing. There's also Jamie Page as well. They're both of them are kind of right up there in the scroll sawing world. So but I'll send you links. I'll send you links to their channels.
Talking about bandsaws, I have actually got a bandsaw and a double beveled miter saw, but I just haven't unboxed them yet. So you'll see a video of unboxing coming soon.
I know you showed me the other day. I see them still in their boxes. We're nearly at the end of the invasion. Actually, I've been trying to keep it on. I understand that you've got internet problems there, so I'm trying to, get it done.
I haven't got internet problems. I've got internet problems if I'm on my Wi-Fi. If I'm on 4G, this will just keep going until my internet service provider says you spent your 50 quid. Now you need to buy more data.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So questions. Right. Question from Woodward by Colin. Rich, do it. I need to sort my bandsaw out. Yeah, I was planning on doing a video on how to set up a bandsaw because it's not, you have to get bandsaws right. Otherwise you get twist and flex and it's no good. Gerard, the French turner, is asking, what is your opinion with Aldi and Lidl power tools?
Asking me?
Yeah.
I bought a load of. I can never remember what the difference is. I bought a load of clamps from one of them, Lidl or Aldi. I can never remember.
Yeah.
And they're not blowing me away, to be honest with you. They were cheap, and I think there's a reason they were cheap. I don't use any of their power tools, but there's a couple of channels I watch where people have bought some power tools. There's a channel called Wood and Stuff Workshop. You ever watch that?
No.
There's a guy called David. He's forever buying power tools from one of those, Parkside, wherever that's from.
Yeah. Lidl.
Yeah. And there's another guy, Grumpy's Workshop. He's always using some drill, which looks really good. It's like an impact driver on a drill, and the chuck's removable. And underneath,
that's it. Yeah.
He puts the chuck on.
That's right.
The screws. I thought, what a great idea.
You know what? I was just going to say, in my opinion, I quite like Parkside. I think ergonomically, They fit well in your hand. The hand tools fit well. The batteries seem to be really good. I've got that drill that you was just talking about. It's only a small one, but there's a lot of power in it. It's not an impact driver. It's just a normal screwdriver. But you actually pull like a collet off the front of it, and it comes away. You've got the slot for a hex drive in there. It's really good.
So quick.
It is
so clever. Quick as well.
If you're pilot holing, you can leave the drill in the chuck, pull it, and you can leave the actual screwdriver bit in the drill while it's still attached. If I had my keys, I'd show you it's in there. But so as far as, Gerard, in my opinion, they're not bad. Check them out.
I suppose it's what you use them for. As I was saying to you yesterday when we had a chat, most of my tools are fairly budget. I've got some more expensive stuff. I've got some DeWalt bits and pieces and Makita, but most of my stuff is like the Bosch Green or Triton or Clark Woodworking. So none of it's top of the range. And all the power tools I bought recently have all been Ryobi. You know that. And I've got to be honest with you, it's really sad. I bought them half of the reason I bought them was because of that lovely green colour. Because of the price.
Yeah. I'm a Ryobi man. Love him.
If I was working on site still, I wouldn't buy Ryobi. I'd be buying top of the range stuff because you're using it all day, every day. But for someone like me who just, potters around, maybe uses something an hour a day at most, at Ryobi's something like that, a budget like range like Lidl or Aldi probably be perfect.
And to be honest, the way that technology is moving on with brushless motors and things like that, and LiPo batteries, the big names that you would use on site now, they're struggling because there's a lot of cheaper brands coming out now that are equally as good, in my opinion. But
you wouldn't know watching Facebook. Everyone seems to be spending tens of thousands on Festool stuff.
If you've got the money, why not? But unfortunately, a lot of us don't have the money. And with the current climate at the moment, you've got to think about your pennies, haven't you? Let's have a look. Any more questions, guys? JP Woodwork's in the chat. So, JP, if you want to get in touch with Ian, he's got some questions about scroll source. Let's have a look. What's JP say? What's the best brand of tool that you own?
You mean power tool or normal tool?
Whatever. Just says, what is the best brand of tool you own?
Favorite brand of tools is Stanley. They do the best planes. I've got a load of old screwdrivers, the old Stanley type ones, all different types of Stanley screwdrivers, this ergonomic type. And I've had these. These may be one of the only things I didn't give my dad.
Yeah, that's old Stanley, school, that is.
Favorite brand is Stanley. Best tape measures. Best planes in the world.
Radar the Woodworkers in Wood Turner. Sorry. Sparky is in. Yeah, there's a few more people coming in. Any questions, guys, before we start to wrap it up? I'll leave it there for a minute. Dan. Where is he? Dan the Sidings says nothing wrong with them. I think he's on about the Parkside and that. Okay, right then. Shout outs.
Yes.
Let's have a look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up there. Now, Ian's shout outs are in the description, but he's going to tell us them anyway, and I'm going to show you on screen what. Oh, right then. So who's the first?
I don't know. I can't see. Who's that one?
No. You just name them. Name them. I'm typing them in so people can see their channel.
First one I've got is Grandpa's Workshop UK.
Right. Okay. So This is Grandpa's Workshop UK. 286 subscribers, 83 videos.
Now, the majority of your viewers are turners, and this chap's just bought a lathe, so it might be
cool.
interest to a lot. Now, what I like about this guy, the guy's name's Neil. I think he's definitely a granddad because he does work with his grandchildren. He looks younger than me, so he's obviously got in the saddle early in his life. As you said about you had Wiz on the other week, and one of the things I love about watching Wiz is he does stuff with his children. Now Neil, Grandpa's Workshop UK, does stuff with his grandchildren, and it's really I love watching that. Just doing something with your kids, and he got some really interesting bits and pieces. He's really good at freehand routing. He does a lot of signs, and it's just he got a really nice demeanour. And I could quite easily watch in 10-15 minutes watching his videos. Really, no problem at all.
Cool. We'll have to check him out. Who's next?
Tool Addict, my mate Ben. He started YouTube about the same time as me. He's got about 2,500-3,000 subscribers or something.
Yeah.
But he has. He seems to. He must have the Brinks Matt supporting him. Every day he comes out with a tool haul that's like amazing. He's been going about. I don't know. He does more than a video a day. Some of the tools he comes out with is amazing, and I think myself quite knowledgeable on tools. But some of the stuff he comes out with, I think I've never seen that tool in my life. And so you learn quite a lot from watching his channel. And he's got some amazing tools there, especially like HD Smith, perfect handle stuff, really nice stuff.
Brilliant. Yeah, I mean,
there's no editing. He just stands up there and he just talks for 5, 10, 15 minutes. He doesn't worry about editing. No one's ever seen his face. You don't know what he looks like. It's just his voice. And he doesn't care. He'll call a spanner a hammer and it doesn't bother him.
Yeah, brilliant. And the last one? Do you remember?
Jack Shed.
Jack Shed. Cool.
Now this guy's a little bit similar to Tool Addicts in that he shows the sort of stuff he's bought at car boot sales on Facebook Live and stuff, but in a very different way. He produces a lot less videos. They're the sort of things that I could buy in my budget, not the sort of things that Ben buys in his budget. But he's got I think it's only in sort of early 20s. His knowledge on tools is incredible, and his voice is just so relaxed. I can watch his videos all day long. I really like his voice, and his knowledge is amazing. He comes out with all these, rusty gold items, and it's really nice. Very worth subscribing to all 3 channels.
Brilliant. So they will be in the description. Let's just get this one up. Where are we? Okay, right. So when it comes up, my shout out this week will be for, if we can get that. I should have left this up, shouldn't I? Idiot. My shout out is for the Zombie Wood Turner. He's in the chat. He's got 5,220 odd subscribers. He's got some lovely turnings there. I mean, look at that. That's Zed's Mighty Hammer. Wicked. So, guys, if you...
I'd love to.
Sorry, what was that? You'd like to get a lathe?
I said I haven't got space for one, but I'd love to get a lathe. It's something that really interests me, doing a bit of wood turner.
Yeah. It's one of those that once you start, you kind of delve into this whole world, this different world of the wood turner. Whether it's pens, bowls, goblets. I mean, there's so much to do on a lathe. I mean, I really enjoy it. So yeah, check out the Zombie Wood Turner and the other guys that Ian mentioned in the description below. I'll add the Zombie Wood Turner into that as well. And that's it. You've survived a invasion. Let's have a little look. See how many subscribers you're on now. I know this isn't really important, but I like to, to get you a few. I mean, you're on 349 at the moment. So, guys, after this, go and give Ian your support. No more questions. Right. Well, there you go. Thanks very much for letting us poke around in your workshop and your head. It's been fun. But
thank you very much.
You're welcome. So next week, if he's still in the chat, yes, he is. We've got Jigsy's shed, so we'll be heading over there. We'll be invading him and find out a little bit more about him as well. So tune in next week for that. And that's it. So thanks to everybody in the chat. Thanks for your questions. Thanks for coming and supporting Ian, the Essential Handyman. And I'll see you next week.
I'll see you at Maker Central.
Yes.